Oh my God. All right. Hello, hello, hello. That's incredible. I saw somebody pop in for like zero point 0.5 seconds. He saw the State of the Union. It's like, nope. I don't blame you. But that's what we're doing here. Good Lord. What's up, guys? I don't know who's tuning in at the moment. I'm doing my NFT digging, but, there's stuff going on. We do kind of two birds, one stone here, right?
We must be honest. The threat to democracy must be defended. My predecessor and some of you here seek to bury the truth about January 6th. I will not do that. This is the moment to speak the truth and to bury the lies. Here's the simple truth. You can't love your country only when you win.
All right, I'm curious here.
As I've done ever since being elected to office, I ask all
I don't know if Bankless knows honey badgers. Like, I really don't know.
defend democracy
But man, node monkeys are getting some serious freaking attention
and domestic.
with their price coming down. But man, people are talking about them. There's big threads about them. It's
Restore trust in our institutions
really interesting.
and make clear political violence has absolutely no place in America, zero place. Again, it's not hyperbole to suggest history.
I don't know this guy,
We're watching
Verona.
your children and grandchildren.
He does some okay TA though.
We do.
like actually OKTA, and he's kind of wondering if these come down to like 0.2, what is it, 0.29, which would be really spicy. That'd be cool.
14 months ago.
And I could see it too.
She and her husband welcomed a baby girl thanks to the miracle of
Like that holder ratio for sure.
She scheduled treatments to have
Most of these holders seems like they're holding 2, although there's a lot of guys who have like 20, 30, 40.
unleashed by a Supreme Court decision overturning Roe v. Wade.
Man, really got to do some thinking about these.
The dream would have to wait. What her family had got through should never have happened. Unless Congress acts, it could happen again. So tonight, let's stand up for families like hers. To my friends across the aisle, don't keep this waiting any longer. Guarantee the right to AVF. Guarantee it nationwide.
Anyway, Bankless tweeting about these. I don't know if you got to pay. I don't know if Bankless just does threads. I guess I imagine he would on like kind of the big boy collections, right? Like good for views, good for impressions, all that stuff. But I mean, you got to pay him a lot of money to cover shit. So my buddy Gifted says. So interesting to see him tweeting a thread here about Node Monkeys. You get a dude like that comparing him to CryptoPunks and Bored Apes and all that. Man, just takes the right people talking about him. And talking about them often. And man, it's all anybody says about Node Monkeys these days is they are the CryptoPunks. And man, they are. They definitely are becoming that.
Had a fetus of a fatal condition. Her doctor told Kate that her own life and her ability to have future children.
But yeah, I'd love to see them come down. If they come down, everything's coming down, though, so it doesn't all of a sudden make them more affordable, unless you got some Bitcoin just chilling.
Kate and her husband had to leave the state to get what she needed.
Because, again, if they come down, Quantum Cats are coming down.
Happened as well.
And right at the moment, everything is kind of pulling back.
There are state laws banning the freedom to choose. Criminalizing
Like everything.
doctors, forcing survivors
Like volume just kind of fell off a cliff. In fact,
to leave their states to get the
probably should check
treatment
this.
they need. Many of you in this chamber and my predecessor are promising to pass a national ban on reproductive freedom. My God, what freedom else would you take away? Look, it's a decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The Supreme Court majority wrote the following, and with all due respect, justices, women are not without electoral power. Electoral or political power. You're about to realize just how much you're right about that.
Oh, yeah, wow, buyer's way down. Way, way, way down. Holy cow.
Clearly,
Like off a cliff today.
clearly, those bragging about overturning Roe v. Wade have no clue about the power of women. But they found out when reproductive freedom was on the ballot. We won in 2022 and 2020, and we'll win again.
Okay. Here, I want to show you guys something. Again, I don't know who's watching. I don't know who. Yeah. I don't know who's watching, but I want to show you something on Say that I'm doing right now. Like something that might be worth doing.
You, the American people, send me a copy.
Could lead to an airdrop. I don't know. So basically, something going on over on their testnet right now.
Again.
Let me bring that over, but hang on. I got too many tabs. I got to kill something.
Folks, America cannot go back. I'm here tonight to show what I believe is the way.
All right, hang on.
Because I know how far we come.
Here we go.
4 years ago next week,
All right. Yeah, I don't know if you guys are into Say. I don't know. Again, don't know who's watching.
by the worst
But Say is about to go to Say V2, like a big upgrade for the blockchain.
record losses,
And it's actually EVM compatible. And by that, I mean you're going to be able to access the Say blockchain with your MetaMask wallet. So you'll be able to bridge over ETH,
a mental health crisis.
in theory, right? Like, I think that would make sense. Bridge over ETH, convert to Say,
My predecessor,
not have to use the Compass wallet or Kepper or whatever it's called. It's a couple there that I use, but right from MetaMask. So right now,
forgivable.
I'll drop this in the chat just in case anybody wants it, but WeBump, who is like the main launch pad over on Say,
It doesn't make new.
their product is called Lighthouse, but the collection, their NFT collection is called WeBump. So they have a testnet like NFT. And some of my buddies are telling me that they're minting it at least in case it leads to an airdrop, which it could. It's a lot of protocols do exactly that.
Tell it here and now.
So I'll drop that in the chat here.
This comeback is building the future of American possibilities.
But basically, you got to get some
Bottom up, not the top.
testnet say.
Investing in all
I'll show you how to do that if anybody is interested.
to make sure everyone
And you can mint one per wallet. So you can just get your testnet say. You get 2 say. Mint one, transfer your say to another wallet. Just keep making new wallets, keep transferring that say over, and keep minting these things. I got 2 right now. I'm going to go grab a few more.
turning setback into
There's a chance with something like this, for sure.
America does. That's what
So I'm going to show you. In fact, I think I'm on a fresh wallet right now.
Folks, my inherited economy is on the brink. Now our economy is literally the envy of the world. 15 million
Okay, yeah.
jobs in
I can definitely mint here.
a record. A record. Unemployment
And this is cool. Like, to mint on say, the gas fee is not even a penny. Like, probably never seen cheaper fees.
starting small businesses, and each one is a literal
Okay,
act of
boom.
with historic job
Okay, so now that's my third
Black and Hispanics and Asian Americans
We Bump testnet, whatever these are. I guess they're just called bumps.
and counting. Where is the rich
What's up, Freefall?
manufacturing capital of the world?
Have you watched before? Have we chatted?
More people have health insurance today.
I appreciate that.
More people have health insurance today than
Just learning this shit, man. Just getting started. It's been like 6 months, 7 months, but I still consider myself kind of new, but appreciate that.
keep going up. Inflation keeps coming down.
I assume you're into NFTs.
10 to 3%, the lowest in the world, and 10 means
Okay,
lower.
I got to make another new wallet. I'm going to mint another one of these things. So I wish I could share the wallet. I don't think you can see it at all, but
Will be soft.
I'm in MetaMask. I'm creating another wallet. I'm going to send some of this testnet say over to it. If any of you guys
Supporting American jobs.
do this, I'll just send you some of the testnet say. Like, just so you don't even have to go and get any of that testnet stuff. So, interested, tell me. I'll walk you right through it here, and you can mint too. But this is safe. I can promise that. It's a reputable. It's probably the most reputable platform here on the Say blockchain. So yeah, tell me if you want me to walk you through all of it, but happy to. So okay, so we bump, making a fourth wallet here.
Including my predecessor.
I'm sending over some Say to it,
In the past. Failed to buy
and I'm gonna mint another.
Not anymore. On my watch, federal projects that you fund, like helping build American roads, bridges, and highways, will be made with American products.
Get out of here.
by American workers.
Beautiful, good work. You ready to retire? You and me both wish. We both wish that were true.
The United States is investing more in research and development than ever before. During the pandemic, a shortage of semiconductors
Dude, I can't tell you. Well,
drove up the
regret not buying those, not minting them, never grabbing them on secondary when they were affordable. I never had enough anything to get them, even when they were like, 5, 10 ETH. Couldn't even dream of touching one then.
billions of dollars
But man, I'll tell you what. I know you.
in America.
I think you don't care. I don't know. But that's what's going on over on Bitcoin right now. There is definitely some stuff there that's in that, like, man, expensive range, but about to get stupid expensive range. So, you actually want to mint 5 CryptoPunks, you should probably go get yourself 5 node monkeys over on Bitcoin.
$50 billion in private sector investment in clean energy, advanced manufacturing.
All right.
Tens of thousands of jobs
Ready to mint another here.
in America.
No, for real, free fall. You do NFTs? You got some?
Our bipartisan infrastructure law, 46,000 new projects have been announced all across your communities. And by the way, I noticed some of you strongly voted against it, or they're cheering
Okay.
on that money coming.
Number 4.
I like it. I'm with you. I'm with
Hang on. Saying I don't have enough say, but I definitely should.
you. That money in your district, just let me know. Modernize our roads and bridges, ports and airports, public transit systems. Removing poisonous lead pipes so every child can
What the
drink
heck?
clean water without risk of brain damage. Providing affordable affordable
Okay,
high-speed
hang on.
internet for every American, no matter where you live, urban, suburban, or rural communities in red states and blue states. Record investments in tribal communities. Because of my investment in family farms, because I invested in family farms led by my Secretary of Agriculture.
Dude, I'm so confused.
I know. We're better able to stay in the family for those farms.
Oh, good shit. Okay.
Grandchildren won't have to leave home to make
All right.
a living.
We got in similar time.
Great comeback stories, Belvedere, Illinois.
You're like the class, your class of 2020, 2021. Nobody's ever going to call us OG, though, right? But who cares? All right, hang on. I got to get the right wallet connected here. I want like 3 more of these things.
Repeatedly with auto companies knowing unions would make all the difference. The UAW worked like hell to keep the plant open.
Again, these are worth doing maybe, because like I think they're going to maybe drop a token. And like DeFi on say could be something. Yeah, dude, weird. I should definitely have enough say to mint here. I wonder if they turn this off. I'm super confused. Let me,
I say, instead of your town being left behind, your community is moving forward again. Because instead of watching auto jobs in the future,
Asset Vault. I don't know.
4,000 union jobs with higher wages.
I don't know if I have. There's so much stuff that sounds the same, right? So Asset Vault, I don't know. This is driving me a little nuts, though. Hang on here. I've got 0.79 say. This should cost, like, literally nothing to mint. So hang on. Asset Vault. Tell me about it.
Worker, UAW worker at Belvedere.
Dude, maybe I minted on this wallet already. Okay, maybe I'm being dumb. Good chance.
Dawn has a good job in her hometown, providing stability for her family and pride and dignity as well. Showing once again, Wall Street didn't build America.
Another new wallet.
Bad guys, they didn't build it though. The middle class built the country, and unions built the middle class. I say to the American people,
what is that on? Is that on ETH?
We get back up. We keep going. That's America.
Dude, what is Biden on tonight?
That's you, the American people.
Pools it. Yeah, I don't know what these are.
America's coming back. It's because of you our future is brighter.
I'm going to peek in a second. I do want to see.
Tonight, we can proudly say the state of our union is strong and getting stronger.
I do want to see. Weird. Something's weird with this wallet. And I know you can't see any of this, so it's probably boring.
Tonight, I want to talk about the future of possibilities that we can build together. A future where the days of trickle-down economics...
Oh, dude, I'm being... Well,
and the wealthy and the biggest corporations no longer...
I mean, this is a testnet. There might be an issue with testnet right now. It's a pretty good chance of that. I'm going to peek in their Discord. Here, I'm going to check those out real quick. I want to... Yeah, man. You know they got him hopped up on something to be speaking decently right now. Like, he doesn't sound like that.
That's why I determined to turn things around so middle class does well. When they do well, the poor go way up and the wealthy still do very well. We all do well. And there's more to do to make sure you're feeling the benefits of
Okay, I'm pausing. I want to see what you're talking about here. Asset Vault.
Drugs than anywhere in the world. It's wrong, and I'm ending it.
Guessing this? Drop a link if it lets you. I don't know if it'll let you. It's that, huh? Okay.
Not one of your Republican buddies voted for it. We finally beat Big Pharma.
Oh, dude. Okay.
month or thereabouts for insulin.
Asset Vault. I mean, it's like
It
a
only costs $10 to make. They only get
Arcade does like loans. So what is it that you got exactly?
and I want to
So like Arcade lets you take out loans. If I'm thinking of the right thing. Oh, dude, no, my brother was telling me this other thing where like, God, it's gonna be so confusing. I don't think I'll explain it right, but it's a gaming thing where somebody else like plays with your assets and you earn some from them playing. Am I thinking, or they get your achievements for you? There's something like that. Am I thinking of the right thing?
VA is able to do for veterans.
I'm pretty positive I am.
Saving tax
I was thinking of Arcade like the loan platform, but I remember him telling me about this.
$60 billion.
He works with the Cyberkongs, and I think there was something they were trying to do to collab, right?
Medicare
Arcade Vault.
will no longer have to pay those exorbitant prices to Big Pharma. This year, Medicare is negotiating lower prices for some of the costliest drugs. on the
Yeah,
market.
dude, whatever it was sounded cool. When he told me about it, I was,
Arthritis.
it was interesting.
Now time to go further and give Medicare the power to negotiate lower prices for 500 different drugs over the next decade.
Nah, this isn't it either.
They're making a lot of money, guys,
Oh, wait.
and they'll still be extremely profitable. Will not only save lives, it will save taxpayers another $200 billion.
Dude, they're going to be so hard to find.
Starting next year, the same law caps total prescription drug costs for seniors on Medicare at $200 to $2,000 a year. Even for expensive cancer drugs, that
Well,
cost
for what it's worth, I heard of it. It does sound cool.
prescription drug costs at $2,000 a year for everyone.
And Pool's NFT, I don't think I've heard of it all.
I'm going to get in trouble for saying that, but if you want to get an Air Force One and fly to Toronto, Berlin, Moscow,
Probably not this, but we'll check that out.
And bring your prescription with you, and I promise you I'll get it for you for...
No, not this.
Same company,
I would assume not.
same place.
Are you playing on Bitcoin at all?
The Affordable Care Act, the old Obamacare, it's still a very big deal.
You're into some degen stuff. I love it. Okay, I need this to work. I need a couple more.
100 million of you can no longer be denied health insurance because of pre-existing condition. Well, my
It's like it's not transferring my say from one wallet to another.
away by repealing.
There's something funny there.
I'm not going to let that happen. We stopped you 50 times before, and we'll stop you again. In fact, I'm not only protecting it, I'm expanding it. The enacted tax.
And this guy's using like the State of the Union like it's a debate because these guys are not going to debate, right?
Families. That tax credit expires next year. I want to make that savings permanent.
Oh, hang on. I know what's up. Nope, that's not it either. I wonder if testnet's down.
Women are more than half our population, but research on women's health has always been underfunded. That's why we're launching
Yeah, I
the
think
first ever
testnet's
White House
down.
initiative on women's health research, led by Jill, doing an incredible job as First Lady.
Like, literally can't think anything else to try here. Errors in MetaMask. I'll put that on for now.
So pass my plan for $12 billion to transfer women's health research and benefit millions of lives all across America. I know the cost of housing is so important to you.
He's in rare form, though.
Inflation keeps coming down, mortgage rates will come down as well, and the Fed acknowledges that. But I'm not waiting. I want to provide an annual tax credit that will give Americans $400 a month for the next 2 years as mortgage rates come down, to put toward their mortgages when they buy their first home or trade up for a little more space.
Okay.
Just for 2 years. And my
I'm probably scaring some actual NFT degens away right now.
title insurance on federally backed mortgages. When you refinance your home, you can save $1,000 or more as a consequence. For millions of renters, we're cracking down on big landlords who use antitrust law, who break antitrust laws by price fixing and driving up rents. We've cut red tape so builders can get federally financing, which is already.
Yeah, this is busted. I literally can't transfer say. Okay, I am definitely moving on from that. Got 3 of those Wii bumps. Gonna have to consider that done. Although I don't even know that it closes tomorrow. Might be totally fine. But check the comments. It's this right here. Testnet NFT probably has no utility at all. Like nothing you can do with this. But maybe they drop a token when, say, V2 goes live. That'd be cool. Not counting on it. WX, good to see you, buddy. GM. How you doing, man? I'm messing around, or was messing around on this Say testnet, but it's not working, so kind of giving up here. Did you play with that at all? Did you try to mint this Wii bump thing?
I think I pointed out last year that children coming from broken homes where there's no books, they're not read to, not spoken to.
Hang on, is this going to go? No.
School, kindergarten, or first grade.
Yeah, I think it's down. Anyway, all right. What else?
Well, studies show that children who go to preschool
this. This is how I'm opening my video tomorrow. Tomorrow morning. I think every time Nice Aunties has a new video, I'm going to show it. Actually, let me see if there's audio with this. If there's audio, it's even better. Like, Nice Aunties is awesome. I think there's not. No. Nope. Man, they're the fucking best. Hang on, full screen. Freaking incredible, right? So good. They're going to be huge, by the way. Like, their NFTs are going to be worth a fortune. You can just feel it. They sold one of these videos. I think we talked about it here, but they sold one of these for like 6 ETH during a live auction like a month ago. It's hard to believe it was that long ago, but man, everyone's starting to talk about Nice Aunties. Their work is very, very, very unique. Definitely stands out. Oh, so WX, when they do that, is that like a televised thing? Is it like our State of the Union? Sounds like it's a similar thing.
Also connecting local businesses and high schools so students get hands-on experience and a path to good paying.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Whether or not they go to.
Is it entertaining? Do like people I mean, I'm assuming everybody tunes in, right? And is everybody like this? Is this whole thing's like a circus, right? Everybody looks at this like a shit show. It is in most of the Western countries now. By the way, dude, we've got a really kick-ass guest coming on the Little Announce Show Monday. This guy, Poppy, is freaking awesome. Big whale. Really, really nice guy, too. I talked to him once, like, super nice. Helped me when I was trying to get a Jack Butcher signature NFT. I was hoping he was going to sell me one. He wasn't. He's more like a whale. But he brought me in a little group that he has. And it was just nice to even do that. Like, definitely didn't have to. Oh, I lost him. Yet. There he is. I should be following Poppy. Yeah, there it is.
Now he's able to help after debt forgiveness get his own daughter to college.
All right. Yeah, Poppy's amazing though. Check that out Monday. Oh, I lost him again. Oh, there he is. Yeah, Poppy's great Monday. I'll stream it here too though, man. I've been doing those shows live on YouTube. What else? How's your day though, WX? Getting into anything fun? Especially on the NFT side. It's weird today. Also, I've been meaning to check out this thread. Because you got these, like, ETH whales starting to talk about it all.
And by the way, the first couple years we cut the deficit.
Oh, he actually breaks it down like at the technical level. Real cool.
I've been delivering real results.
What is this from? Ah, it's from today.
We've already cut the federal deficit. We've already cut the federal deficit over $1 trillion. I signed the bipartisan deal to cut another $1 trillion in the next decade. It's my goal to cut the federal deficit another $3 trillion by making big corporations very wealthy finally.
This is
begin to
cool.
pay their fair share. Look, I'm
Nice.
a capitalist. You want to make or can make $1 million.
Well, you're watching all the right stuff. I mean, I'm like, especially if you're watching, you know, Q and that gang.
A fair tax code
They've been doing it a while.
is how we invest things to make this country great.
And same here. If you've been watching this, I've been at this for years, so you're tapped into all the right stuff.
Administration enacted a $2 trillion tax cut, overwhelmingly benefit the top in 1%.
Good timing too, man. You got in right at the start of a bull market, so trial by fire for sure. You're going to learn a lot in this run.
They added more to
And if you're, I guess, safe,
in American history.
man, it's almost like in a real bull market, which
Folks at home, does
I was in one good solid one, maybe two, but when you're in a bull market, there's periods of time where everything just runs. Everything. It's kind of like actually just last week in Bitcoin where everything pumped. That's what it feels like.
fighting like hell to make
So we had that on Ethereum a couple times. That might be what happened last week actually on Bitcoin. Oh, dude, I got to think about that. We had a 2-week period on Ethereum that every single NFT was up. Like 2, 3, 4, 5x, 10x, whatever. A few days ago it was exactly that on Bitcoin. It didn't last long.
cut taxes for millions of working families.
And then it cooled off for a couple months, and then 2022 came around and it exploded. It's way overwhelming, though. You're right.
No child should go hungry.
Like, dude, incredibly overwhelming. So many terms, so much new tech, different on every chain. It's got to be harder now, too, because there's so many more blockchains with NFTs. The tech is so much more beefed up. There were things back then that were harder, like you couldn't always even mint from the site. You'd have to mint right from the contract. So you had to learn to do that, and you had to learn to manually set gas.
Thanks to the law.
It was tricky, too. Felt like last year in Bitcoin where it was a lot of manual stuff, too. But you're dealing with different, like, more complicated systems now. So,
21%.
yeah. I mean, again, trial by fire. The only way you really learn it is just by doing it. You force yourself to do it, because if you don't, you miss a mint. And some of those mints turn life-changing. So, again, you're in at the exact right time.
Checks, massive executive pay when it's only supposed to be
Man, this thread looks great, though. I'm going to drop a link here. This is only if you don't understand how Bitcoin works, which I'm not going to say like I do. So I'm going to be reading this and taking it in. He's like breaking down how it works at the transactional level. So this is pretty cool. Oh, he's actually explaining how inscriptions work, which is cool. That I get, but even some more like core how does Bitcoin work stuff. I can say I don't know. So pretty cool. This is cool. It's a good thread. Shit, that thread will blow up, actually. He's very thorough here.
I propose a minimum tax for billionaires at
Yeah, this is awesome. This is spicy. Keep that thread.
You know what that would raise? That would raise $500 billion over the next 10 years.
What is that?
What that could do for America. Imagine a future with affordable child care. Millions of families can get they need to go to work to help grow the economy.
Oh, man, it's 9 already. What time is it where you're at?
Because no one should have
It's got to be late, right?
working and taking care of their sick family member. Imagine the future of home care and elder care. And people living with disabilities so they can stay in their home.
This man's sharp tonight, though.
Can finally get the pay they deserve. Tonight.
God damn it. I want to mint these. Okay, what else? I wanted to look at that thread. Check. What else? Let's see. I wanted to go deeper in the bankless thread talking about node monkeys. Just really interesting that you got a bunch of guys talking node monkeys. Yeah, it's late for you. What are you doing up? Probably degenning. You're actually you're doing what everybody would do during the bull market. We didn't sleep.
Pay more into Social Security than millionaires.
Oh, dude, I cannot wait to open my video tomorrow.
Fair. We have two ways
I promise. Every time Nisantes drops a new video, that's how the show starts, like my intro.
to the wealthy. That's the proposal. Oh no. You guys don't want another $2 trillion tax cut? I kind of thought that's what your plan was.
All right, here's some big stuff today. This was cool.
You're not going to cut another $2 trillion for the super wealth.
Bitcoin Frogs, latest partner.
I'll protect and strengthen Social Security and make the wealthy.
Oh, they're the only one we announced today, but we got some other big ones coming, some nice big ones. And in fact, another owes us a good tweet. I'll show it. I'm not going to say it.
Too many corporations.
But these boys here are running their whitelist already.
More for less and less.
So they're going to be a Crypto Slam partner for this NFT collection.
Deceptive pricing.
They owe me a tweet. Come on, guys.
Healthcare to housing. In fact, the snack companies think you won't notice if they change
Oh, see, I get a cheat.
the bag and put a hell of a lot fewer.
Like, what I'm doing isn't fair. The fact that it's all the same. But it's cool. I got very fortunate that my work is my hobby. So, again, it ain't fair. But I'll tell you what, anybody can do it. I made it a point early on. I'm like, that's all I want to do is that. Find a way to make money doing it. Whether it was like trading or finding a job, like an NFT project that needed help. And I kind of just like willed it to happen. So there's no difference. It's like, this is around the clock for me. I love it.
Look, I'm also getting rid of junk fees. Those hidden fees. At the end of
But dude, there's so many, especially as things ramp up, there's so many projects looking for help, like in Discord, like mod stuff, CM stuff. What is it? Collab managers, all that stuff. They used to pay really well, like it was out of control. They paid NFT prices for all those gigs. Like they'd pay mods like $1,000, maybe $2,000 a month. CMs, like community managers, some were getting hundreds of thousands a year. And it only lasted like 6 months to a year, maybe like 2 years at the most. But man, people made a lot of money just like being Discord people. It's crazy. I think those days are over. That'll never come back. Like, because there's so many people here who are willing to do it for like realistic pay. But that was wild. That actually happened for a while. Not for me.
my administration proposed rules to make cable
But I can tell you for a lot of people that was life.
the total price up front. So
But yeah, there's a lot of ways to make this space work.
it matters. And so does this. In November, my team began serious negotiation with the bipartisan
I love this guy.
senators. The result was a bipartisan bill.
Cyberkongs. Okay, hang on. Pudgies flipped and then unflipped Bored Apes. Wait, no, hang on. Pudgies flipped and unflipped Cyberkongs and Bored Apes. Okay. Yes, dude, people are dumping the hell out of Pudgies.
Be darned. That's amazing. That bipartisan
No.
1,500 more
Nah, dude. One day, maybe.
100 more
Always wanted to learn to code, honestly, to get into generative art. And I've played around, of course, with AI, but, like, if I ever did that, I'd want to take it very serious and really learn it and make something quality. There will be a time where there'll be a time where there's an NFT that makes sense for a community, for sure. But, like, there's no reason right now. Like, there's no reason. I've actually put out some NFTs just for fun. Like on Tezos, like dirt cheap. There's one on a platform called Typed Art. And it was just to put it out there so that way, like, down the road, if I'm ever, like, very successful in this space or something, I'll find out, like, they're out there. Anybody who's holding them is somebody who I'm friends with, who knows me, who, believes in, to some degree, and I can always, like, reward that somehow, like, send airdrops to those addresses that are holding them. So I got stuff like that out there. But as far as, like, an official project or something, not yet. Like, down the road, I could picture it in a few years for sure. But right now, time goes into all Crypto Slam, all Crypto Bats.
I believe that given the opportunity, the majority in the House and
Crypto Bats is
would endorse the
not a big time sink anymore, though. But
But unfortunately,
would you do one? Would you ever make one?
derailed this bill so far.
funny because there's like a lot of people that come into the space always have intentions, like always want to release something. Like everybody gets these cool ideas. They're like, hey, it'd be cool if you did this, and then you used an NFT for this. Like everybody has those phases where you get all this inspiration, you want to do it. And it is a lot of work. And man, you got to be good at social media. That's the biggest thing. That's what makes or breaks anything. I'm good at spotting good stuff. That I'm good at. And more than that, it's because I put so much time in the space, I'm good at seeing it early. Like, your average DGen is probably not putting in as much time, honestly. So they'll see it, but I'll see it, hours or days before them. And so that's like my advantage over the rest. I usually am very, very early to stuff. It's like Bitcoin stuff. I was early. Like I was already into ordinals in January, February last year. Like already starting to collect because I just knew I could feel the energy, and I was like quickly feeling the type of personalities there. But like other projects too, like the CyberKongs, very early in that collection for the same thing. Got in there early, felt it out, got to feel that the people were like really high caliber, like good, high quality people, building stuff that nobody had been doing at that point. I'm like, okay, yes, when other people catch wind of this, they're definitely going to buy in. It was cheap then too. They were like 0.1 ETH. I'm like, okay, when the rest of the space finds out that these guys are this strong of a team, they're this technical, they're this like savvy and like witty and fun, and that they're also just 0.1, I'm like, they're definitely going to buy at 0.1. So like easy like that. So I've had a lot of stuff like that like throughout. It's just because time. I think that's all it is. And I think everybody is like that too. I think if anybody puts in this much time, they will have, you just develop that eye for it. That applies to like art too. I didn't get art at all at first, but I made it a goal. Like I'm like, okay, I want to understand art, and I want to get good at seeing it early and like knowing what's going to be valuable, because like, man, you look at stuff like Fidenzas and Ringers, like the really expensive art. Actually, I want to look at it. And it's like you see what they sell for. Actually, I'll look on Crypto Slam because they'll be there. Well, here's Fidenzas. But when you realize these sell for like 70, 80,000 bucks, you get to the point where you're like, I want to be able to see those early and buy like 30 of them. And you can develop that. You can develop an eye for what is the art that the rich guys are going to want to buy. Dude, they are fascinating, dude. They're going to be... I say it probably every time I talk about ordinals, but it's because I really mean it, and I still... Even people who are like, okay, yeah, I get the ordinals thing. I believe it's going to be, like a big thing. I still think people are underestimating how big. Like, I think it is super, super disruptive to ETH NFTs. Like, so incredibly fucking disruptive to ETH NFTs. Like, as in... Shit, I might have said this on the show this morning, but like in the bear market, actually, I don't remember if I cut this out. I think I cut this out of the video. In the bear market, hang on, I got to turn Biden down. So in the bear market, people realized like utility is a meme. The only thing that matters is the flex and the community. And that's why everything fell to like being pretty much worthless. And so if that's all things come down to, then like the chain you're on matters a whole heck of a lot more, because the ultimate flex is having an NFT that's on Bitcoin. So if like all these collections like D-Gods, Oni Force, trying to think of all these big ETH collections that also have started minting collections over on Bitcoin. Let's say you go through like a 5-year bear market. Where would you rather own the thing? I would rather own their asset on Bitcoin. It matters more. There's more liquidity there. There's more guys that have deep pockets. I think... Man, it's not like ETH NFTs are going to die. They never will. And they'll always cycle back. But I think it's just that Bitcoin stuff is going to be so big. Here's the big thing, too. Those Bitcoin dudes are so rich, and a lot of them hate Ethereum. Like, fucking hate Ethereum. So they may just, as a fuck you to ETH, push a lot of those collections up to, like, astronomical numbers because they can. Like, just because they can, and they'd like to see ETH, not, fail, kind of. Or... in a way, just put them in their place. They just want the ETH guys to know that they're top dog, and they'll prove it with their wallets. So, like, we're a year into ordinals, and already there's collections that have almost touched a Bitcoin, like 10K collections, 10,000 node monkeys that have hit 0.9 Bitcoin. With so few people even in this ecosystem, like, yeah, the ordinals ecosystem should fascinate more people and quicker because it is going to be a much bigger deal than most people get. And like I said, a lot of people are bullish on it. They do believe it's here to stay. But a lot of people don't realize it's going to be multiple Bitcoin floors on a lot of these collections. And you got a lot of those whales that have 3, 5,000, 10,000 Bitcoin they're sitting on. They don't need anything in life. They're already set. They don't need fucking anything. And they got thousands of Bitcoin sitting there. They will definitely say, oh, a quantum cat for 5 Bitcoin? Whatever, yes. They'll be like, oh, a node monkey for 15 Bitcoin? Sure. Like, they have thousands, and they have nothing they need in life. So, it might sound crazy, but I really think that's possible. Like, more realistically, a lot of these collections at 1 Bitcoin, 2 Bitcoin, maybe 3. Like, that's much more realistic. But I absolutely see the scenario where it's like 5, 10, 15 Bitcoin floors on some of these things. No matter what the price of Bitcoin is at. Again, there's just enough guys that are that rich. But especially in the small collections like OMB, what is it? Like, is it 1,000 editions? 2,000. 2,000 edition collections. So the smaller ones for sure. And actually, seeing OMB at like 1.5 Bitcoin, I think quantum cats are, well, hang on. Let me look at their inscription numbers. I was going to say, I think quantum cats are more significant than OMB. But OMB, I think, a really low number. No, they're not that low. Okay. Okay. If OMB are 1.5 basically right now, there's just like 1,000 more quantum cats, and to me, quantum cats got the better story. You talking OMB? Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me make sure I understand though. So do you mean like ordinals in general, or hit me with another rephrase that if you could? Because I'll just start going off like in general. And I know I'm not answering the question here, but like there is art here on Bitcoin that is going to explode for freaking sure. Yeah, I know all NFTs, but like, what was the question before that? Like, as in, are all of them going to see these like huge multiple Bitcoin floors? You got a badger. Holy shit. Good, good, good. Huncho, good call there, dude. Honestly, I think that's smart. Okay, check this out. I'll tell you why I think that's a good idea. Watch this, okay? Bankless, who's like one of the most influential dude out there, right? And WX, I'm going to come to that in like the quickest second here. Bankless, one of the biggest dudes out there. Okay, like super influential. So he's tweeting about node monkeys here. So he's calling them the 4th largest NFT in terms of market cap. Okay, that's true. Node monkeys are hailed as the first original non-derivative 10K PFP collection. He's wrong. People are going to... Okay, they're still the CryptoPunks of this chain. It doesn't matter what's true or not. It matters what people like want to believe. He doesn't know that the Badgers are actually first. He doesn't know that the Badgers' inscription number starts before them. So people are going to reply to this thread, and that's why I think the Badgers are always worth a little something. They will always be mentioned in every thread to big influencers that are talking about node monkeys. And it just means they'll be like, oh, I didn't know that. I'm going to check into it. And like, that's it. Just that exposure alone and other people thinking that the Badgers are the first. Some other people are going to FOMO into them, and they'll have these little runs because of that. Like, it's just that simple. Badgers will always have some value. I don't think it's ever going to be crazy, but there's always going to be people who will treat them as the first. They'll always be talked about with node monkeys. There are always going to be, like, arguments between the two. So, good pickup there, man, honestly. And I love the Badgers, and they get good alpha. And I do think they'll be worth a little something. I still, like, my price target's really low with them, like 0.1 in, like, the Gigabull. Like Gigabull point one. A buddy of mine who's in them too, and he's really smart with ordinals, thinks they'll hit like a quarter Bitcoin, which they could, and that would be awesome. But I think it's very realistic in that Gigabull for these to pump, 10x. Okay. Are people buying for brand or art? Both. Honestly, both. Yeah, very honestly, it's both. So you got guys who definitely are buying brand, and it's why you're seeing like Yuga Labs art collection here not do well, because Yuga Labs is not cool right now. So those prices are cooling off in that collection. OMB is like cool, so people are buying that. It's a lot about brand, like Bitcoin puppets. It's not about the art. The art's shitty, but that kind of makes them cool. So that's more a brand play, right? But then you got a guy like Harto, who is all about the art. And he's the artist behind Flores, right? And I really think Flores are special too. But still today, people are telling me, I've got guys in my DMs that are like founders of certain projects. Like I have one of these set as my banner on Twitter. He's like, you got a golden ratio. He's like, those are going to be one Bitcoin one day. Like everybody seems to agree about these for whatever reason. I'm not convinced. I think it's going to happen. But everybody seems to have bought into the narrative already that his art is going to be super, super special. So, yeah, different guys in for different things. The art for sure. The brands for absolutely for sure. And the big money's going to come to both because there's not a ton. Okay, like there's like 50-something million inscriptions, which is a lot. But there's not much good quality stuff at all. There's not many great builders in this yet. There's definitely some. I can even say there's a lot, but there's not enough. It's like still, I would say in general, like a tiny supply of good shit you can buy here. So the money, when the money comes in, it funnels to those things. It's just like 2020, 2021 in Ethereum, like CryptoPunks and like a handful of other like very early brands and very early art collections like Fidenzas and Ringers and Chromie Squiggles. Those all, I mean, man, they're great art. They're great collections, but they were early and first, and that's where the money flowed to first. And that's what's happening here on Bitcoin already. And it's what's going to happen when it sees its first serious run. So what we've just seen here was not Bitcoin's first run. It was literally like an initial pump. I had a Bitcoin punk. I like them. I think they're fine. And I think that, like, yeah, let's dive into them. Yeah, I had one of those at one point. I sold it when it was worth, what did I sell it for? God, I can't even remember. It was worth almost 1 ETH. I was thinking in ETH terms then, so I sold it and basically broke even with it. But I'm going to pull up Bitcoin punks and give you my thoughts. I think it's a good store of value. But I don't think they have a good narrative, really. So, like, their narrative is that they were early. Okay, so the Bitcoin punks that are inscribed in the first 100, those are grails. Like, sub 100 inscriptions, absolute grails. Sub 1,000 are absolute grails. And these guys have a range. Like, they inscribe some, like a couple of them, sub 100. I think there's a few of them that are sub 1,000. And I think there's another batch that are sub, like, 15. And most of them are over 20,000. Anything over 20,000, I don't think matters a ton. So, like, these guys don't get to be in the conversation of the first 10K original PFP collection. They do belong in the conversation of first 10K collection, but nobody cares. Like, nobody actually cares what's the first 10K collection. They care even less the fact that it's a direct copy of CryptoPunks. Like, so they don't have a story there. Nobody's going to buy them for that reason. I don't know that people are really going to value an inscription at 20K. When I bought one, I was looking for lower. Like, the lower the better, because hopefully it holds some value. So I think mine was like 17K, maybe 16K. But ultimately, it was still early, but nobody really gave a shit at that number. It's really like, I don't know. People are still hoping they care about 10K. Like, an inscription under 10K matters. I don't even know if that'll matter. It's definitely like 1,000 or less is what brings value. So all that to say, Bitcoin punks were early. They've got a good, like, community of people who are early to ordinals, but I don't know. Maybe they can get to 1 Bitcoin in the future. I mean, like, it's super possible, but I won't be shocked to see these hang around like a quarter Bitcoin at the most, which is a fuck ton, right? I just think they're a good store of value. They'll always hang around like whatever the like 0.03 now. I think they'll always hang around there or whatever's the equivalent. Like, if the rest of the market is pumped like 2 or 3x, they'll do the same. I don't think they're going to like grow ahead of anybody else, really. They don't have anything that's that special about them. I don't think so, WX. It's a good question. No, because, okay, there's a risk. Okay, think of this. eBay bought the ETH marketplace. Is it Known Origin? I'm trying to remember if it was Known Origin or there's another marketplace. I think it's Known Origin. There's Foundation and Known Origin, and I get them mixed up. I think this is the one that eBay bought. So that definitely happens. And so, like, of course, that's a marketplace, but that they could do that with a collection too. Most of the collections, the ones they'd want to buy, actually, you know what? As I say it out loud, I realize it's happened already. Okay, most of the collections have made enough money where they don't need that. Like, most of them have got fuck you money. Oh, Danny, good shit. I unlisted mine, man. That's cool that it's you here. All right, Danny, I got to speak on that in a quick second here. But super cool. Okay. I'm coming back to that. I want to finish with WX here. Oh, okay. So Nike came in. Nike came in and bought Clone X. So yes, that absolutely happens. We've already seen it. So Clone X was just like totally independent. Nike came in and bought them. Clone X has been almost a nothing burger ever since. Like, they put out some cool shoes and they're like still kind of respected, but it's different now. Like, something's changed in that collection. So yeah, that can definitely happen. I don't know that it's good for anyone. And I think most of the collections are safely in the hand of communities or good builders. And I think what you'll see more is like the Luka Nets thing, where a good community member takes over a collection and steers them, to better pastures, whatever you say there. Danny, dude, I felt shitty. Not listing like kind of with you, against you, whatever, but like, I don't like tweeting about a piece that I love and then listing, and it happens sometimes. I got serious FOMO for a Node Monkey. I'm like, shit, dude, I got one chance to like maybe get this listed. The Fibonacci one's, of course, like the rarest trait, probably the most desired in the collection, even though they haven't really sold above floor, except like when I bought mine. But they haven't sold like for that much above floor. But I'm like, maybe now's the time. If I can sell this and get a Node Monkey before those really take off, I'm like, I'll regret it if I don't. But dude, I'll tell you what, I delisted it today after listening to Harto on the Art on the Internet Spaces. Like, if he's like in that ecosystem, if he's like working with the Art Blocks engine to help like, kind of their brand grow on Bitcoin and help like onboard artists onto Bitcoin and also collectors, like, man, Harto is just a special dude. I know, but I feel that, like, yeah. I think like it's probably a normal thing. Most collectors would. Like, it happens every so often. You will talk about a piece and then you list it, and I never want to seem like I'm pumping my shit. And actually, you were extra cool because I noticed we were just listed at the same price. It's like, okay, whatever somebody likes more. Like, I actually thought that was super fucking cool. I like that a lot. But either way, delisted. I can't. It's too special. Like, I really think that. So I was chatting with a big project founder today, and you might have been here when I said this before. But one of the big Bitcoin projects, he messaged and he just mentioned he noticed I had the golden ratio, and he's the one who said he's like, man, those will be a Bitcoin floor at some point. I'm like, God damn it. I mean, like, he's so right. They're going to. And again, I think these ones, like, if they get to that point, then I think they show up at Sotheby's or Christie's, and then all of a sudden it's not a one Bitcoin floor. It's something ridiculous. Also, I think yours is absolutely gorgeous. Like, I think one of the best looking with that trait. Blew mine away. Like, I love mine, but yours is so good looking. But yeah, there, Danny, that's yours, right? No shit. I didn't realize that, man. That's cool. So you bought... So you grabbed the Fibonacci, like, did you go above floor to grab that? Actually, let's check it out. I don't mean to put it in the spotlight here, but I'm curious. Let's see what you bought it for. Is that you? You got this for 0.07? Holy shit, dude. You got that for 0.07. GG, dude. That's absolutely crazy. Very nice. Absolute steal, dude. I would throw offers at the rest of them like that. That is such a deal. Okay, so the floor is like 0.27 now. I bet you could list it and get it sold for 0.5. Like I bet someone will grab it at 1. You're like somebody's gonna FOMO because nobody's really listing them. But I wonder who's gonna get the balls to like test how high are people willing to go? Like how close to the floor do you have to put it to really entice someone? So I bet 0.5 would do it, but yeah, I mean it's gonna be worth a lot more than that. Nice. That's cool. Appreciate that, Huncho. It's funny because I don't even know what to think. Again, I just was doing this for fun. Like, I just thought it'd be cool to learn a skill, like learn how to like make videos. I just wanted to learn how to edit a little bit and just do it. And but it's like along the way I realized I'm like, shit, it's like super handy for people to get caught up on everything in like 5-ish minutes. They've been long lately too, which sucks, but like it's tricky. I get up at 4 a.m. to do them, and it's sometimes like it's just like I'm like half waking up. It's hard to get the points out. There's no script on the videos too. I'm just like I look up the news, I put it in bookmarks or tabs at the top of the screen, and I just go through and I like say what it is I know and think about these things. So anyway, sometimes it takes an hour of me talking and then chopping all that up. Man, I got to get the videos shorter. That was the point there. But I'm glad you're finding it useful. Like I realized at some point making them that it is useful for people, for some people, hopefully a lot. Oh, you had another Danny. Good Lord. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. That is super cool. 4 a.m. WX, you got to crash, man. I'm going to have to crash soon too because I do get up at 4. No, that's cool. I think it's okay. So if you've been watching a little bit, you've probably heard me tease that there's a live show. Not a live show, a daily show that I want to kick off. And I'm getting much closer to that starting. It'd probably be around the time that I started tonight, maybe a little earlier, but I'll show you. Like, if you watch my Saturday show, I've been doing a live show every Saturday morning, and my brother comes on that with me, who is fucking awesome. He and I got into this stuff together. We learned all this together. He's on the CyberKongs team. Awesome motherfucker. So he'll be on the show. I don't know if he can commit to daily, so it might just be like a rotating cast, but I'll be there daily. But my brother Henry the Grape, and then our buddy Joe, who got into this space with us too, same time. And Joe used to work. Let me pull him up real quick. He used to be on the V Friends team with Gary V. Yo, Joe. There we go. He's super smart, super insightful, super fucking funny. So that'll be the crew, is the three of us, and I think we'd have a killer ass show. It'd be pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. Okay, Huncho. Let's say you got a choice of a 3, 4, 5-minute video versus a 6, 7, 8-minute video. Which would you pick? Intro tomorrow, man. I can't wait. The intro tomorrow is gonna be nice, aunties. For a while, I tried to get the videos down to like 3 minutes. Like in my head, it was like the shorter the better. And I would force myself as I'm going through my tabs, right? And I'm like, you get 2 sentences, make them count. So I would just like, even if I had a lot more to say, I wouldn't. And at some point I realized, no, I guess like people do want to hear the shit. They don't want to tune in just for maybe a sentence. They like probably want to learn about the stuff. But again, kind of figuring it out as I go. But this feedback helps a ton, guys, honestly. This is the only place I get the feedback on it, so super helpful. I'll put something else on your radar. It's probably too late. You probably heard of it, but let's see. Oh. Here, let me put this on your radar real quick. It's like getting very late for this, but do you guys know Zancan? WX, if you've been in the space, you know him. If you are new to the space, you probably don't. But this guy, like one of my absolute favorite artists, one of the nicest guys in the entire world. And he's got a free mint right now. It's over on base. And like this guy's always innovating too. It's like a super clever thing he's doing. So I'm going to drop a link because it is free. There's no reason to not mint it. Okay, longer the better. That's cool. All right. Good to know. Huncho, do you use the chapters at all? Or do you just like fast forward? And WX, I'll give you like a TLDR on this guy. He is the top selling artist on the Tezos blockchain, which I love, dude. For a while, Tezos was just like my favorite place to be, like favorite. Everything he does, it's all code. He's got some like incredible work, like really incredible stuff. But the Tezos blockchain's kind of dead. So his stuff's like, it still holds some value, but man, a lot of people, I'll tell you this, at one point, like in the thick of that Tezos boom, people were spending like 150K on his 1-1s. He was that kind of dude, and he still is that kind of dude. Has had his work sold at Christie's and Sotheby's too, I believe. I can't remember if it's one of each or if it's like he sold a couple at both. It's definitely Christie's. I know he's been sold there. But again, Tezos has kind of like not been so great lately, and so his art's taken a hit. But I'll show you his work because it's just incredible. And then that link I sent you, is the link to his free mint. Again, it's on Base. There is like a tiny gas fee, and maybe it's a pain to bridge money over to Base, but it's just a heads up that it's there, and you can mint like 10 of them. But okay, Garden Monolith is his like collection he's like most known for. And dude, for a while those had like I want to say like a $30,000 to $50,000 floor. They're not cheap now either. So $6,000 floor, but a far cry from what they used to be. It's just cool. Like he was one of the first guys to make generative art like beautiful. Like to make a composition. A lot of guys, it was like squiggles and lines and squares and stuff. And he actually makes these like very beautiful landscapes. And to me, he's one of the first to do that. So he's just struggled. In fact, what actually kind of killed him. Actually, I'll do this. He put out a collection on verse.works, and it was an open edition mint. And what happened is people loved him so much, they ended up minting like, there was no cap, right? People minted like almost 12,000 editions of this thing, which killed any kind of value that collectors would have in the piece because there's just so damn many of them. And like he's never, man, at least on secondary markets, it's never been the same since. And this is that collection. I got a bunch of them. I love them. But all of those are from the same collection. Again, there's like 12,000 in this collection. But what's kind of cool is now he's leaning into that. So like that free mint that I sent you, there's like 70,000 minted. So I think he's like somehow going to be embracing this idea of massive collections, maybe grow a huge base of users or collectors or whatever we call it. He's got something like cool going on. He's definitely like kind of finding his identity now, but he's a dude. He's definitely a dude. Okay, the chapters help. Good to know. Oh, that's super cool. Okay, never even would know if people used them or not. So that's good to know. I like doing them too. They just make sense and they don't take that much longer. Take an extra 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll always do chapters, but again, never knew if people actually, used them or not. So that's cool. So yeah, dude, we'll get some live shows going more often. I just decided today, like especially, I'm like, I haven't done one since Saturday. I want to do at least one a week, but again, I want to do one 6 days a week. Like Sundays, I'll be cool if I don't do anything except my one video on Sundays. I'm going to keep up the every day of the week as long as I can. It's been over 7 months now. But I do want 5 days at least of live shows, probably 6, because there's no reason that Saturday morning show shouldn't continue. In fact, the Saturday morning show saves me from doing the 5-minute video, so it actually saves me some time. But again, we're all feeling it out together. It's cool. But yeah, WX, like you should go to bed, and then when you wake up, that thing should still be there. But you should definitely mint it. If you don't, I'll send you one because I minted a bunch, and like again, I don't think there's any value. There are some rare ones, though. Like, he sprinkled in some pieces in that collection that he collabed with other big-name artists, which is kind of cool. Like, he's a different dude. Like this yellow one I minted today. I minted another batch. I think yellow is kind of rarish. I think the white paper ones I think the white and the yellow are about the same. But there's a couple color schemes in here that are like actually pretty darn rare, and they will sell on secondary for a bit because he's got some pretty wealthy collectors. So yeah, it might be worth rolling the dice in there a little bit. I'm not. At some point, I'll go through my whole collection. I'll just tell you what I think of a lot of things, like things that I think other people should look at. I will tell you, I think Glass Punks are something people should look at. Those are on Base, and this is an artist who was in Jack Butcher's Opepin collection, and he was like series 8 or something like that, or 11, whatever it is. The reason is it's simple. Like Jack Butcher will promote it, when this guy eventually goes to reveal these, he's going to have a way you can like evolve these and turn them into like something. But when that happens, I'm sure Jack Butcher's going to tweet about him, and I'm sure these will like, 5x or something from where they're at now. Like, I don't think they'll be huge, but if that happens in a bull run, and at the same time, like the base blockchain starts blowing up, which I do think it will, I mean, these could be something. So if you're sitting on a bunch of ETH, you got a few, 0.01s to throw around, these, I think these are going to be pretty cool. Yes. Yeah, that's going to be happening for sure. Okay, so there's a few shows, like, again, I can't keep track of what I show where, but because we're doing this content platform on CryptoSlam, as much as possible, I'm trying to get other people to do shows, and whatever they aren't going to do, I'll fill some holes. Like, I love collecting art, so I'd love to do an art show, but if I'm doing my morning show and then doing a daily live show, and then I'm also on the Little Nouns show, and then I'm also on NFT Live, something's going to have to give. And I love NFT Live. I don't want to stop doing that. Little Nouns is easy. I don't know if I'd have time, to be honest, for an art show. So if I have to, I will and actually really want to, but I'm trying to get somebody else to host it so I can just like attend it and talk about art, but I don't want to run it and make the like thumbnails and do all of it. It's just like, I think I finally got to the point where I might have too much on my plate at that point, and I don't want it to be a bad show because of that. But definitely need an art show here. There definitely will be, and there's definitely people. Oh, you know what? No, I shouldn't do this. I was going to pull up on screen and just tease someone I'm talking to about an art show, his art show coming onto the platform. That's probably shitty of me to do. But I can tell you there are people I'm talking to that have shows already that might bring it over. And if that's the case, I don't think I'd be on it necessarily, but also I think there's always the option that they don't bring their show over as is. They keep their show as is on their platform, and they just come over and do another brand new show. And maybe I'll be on that with them there. So it's all kinds of cool ideas. If you guys ever know people that are doing shows that are good and you think they'd be a good fit here too, let me know. Anyway, I'm going to crash here. I'm going to rest my voice because it's starting to go. But it was like wicked fun chilling, guys. It was like, yeah, it was fun. I didn't know, like, when I turn this on, I don't know if anybody's going to show up. Because I just don't do it often enough. So it's cool that you guys did show up. That was cool. It was a lot of fun. I can't believe I streamed the State of the Union. Oh, I'm gonna ask you guys one question. Okay. Like, very serious question. Okay, on the Daily Show, picture it's in the evening, right? And it's three of us, and we're all people who work in the NFT space, but it's like super fucking casual. Do you care if the whole show is not about NFT stuff? Like, do you care if I talk the market for a couple of minutes, I talk like we hit the main storylines of the day, and if there's something important going on, we're going to focus on it. That's like all we'll talk about. But we kind of go over the NFT stories, but also like if there's something big going on in the world, we talk about that. Like if there's something big in politics, maybe we talk about that. I'm not sure about politics, by the way. I did today just to fuck around. But especially like movies and like games and stuff. Like if there's anything going on that's like super cool that is unrelated to NFTs and sports and stuff too, like I want to talk about it. Like, I kind of want it to be an everything kind of show. I think so. Okay, I don't know. I got to think about that. Dude, WX, yeah, like, exactly. Like, I'd want to spend most of a show talking about Dune. So, like, I'd want to open talking about NFTs. Like, I have to. It's a daily show about NFTs. So I got to talk NFT market. And I got to hit the bullet points of what happened, and I got to spend a few minutes on those points, but I'd want to talk about Dune for a whole show. So, man, Huncho, okay, the only reason I don't know is I do think there's going to be a phase where, I do think that, like kind of like where you got cycles of meme coins and then NFTs, and they're kind of opposite each other. I just think we're going to have a phase here where runes are cooking and the ordinals are not. Possibly. I don't think it's a bad play. I think it's a coin flip either way. I think at some point, aren't those RSIC, like kind of you've mined all you can, or do they become kind of worthless at some point? So if you're already sitting on a bunch of those like mined runes or whatever they are, then you're probably good. And I believe in Bitcoin frogs a lot more than I used to. I didn't realize or remember that they were a free mint. And that's a team I've been talking to, and I think they're fucking awesome. So, like, I'm way more bullish on Bitcoin frogs than I used to be. And they've hit half a Bitcoin floor before. I think that just means they can do it again. People love him. And I like him extra now because we partnered with him, so I think they're cool. But these bastards should have tweeted our tweet. No, I mean that with love. They are actually super, super fucking cool. But yeah. They're a whitelist partner. Actually, guys, you can get our... You can play the whitelist game. You can retweet their tweet and hopefully get one of the Crypto Slam NFTs. I can't wait to tell you guys more about that too. Like I feel weird that I I tease like that. Like I wish I could just say everything about it. But it is gonna be cool.
Representative Connolly, thank you for stopping by.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. WX, exactly like that. So, because like it's like the NFT shows don't talk about any of that stuff. It's all NFTs, and like there's so many people who do that. And then the shows that talk about all that other stuff, they don't fuck with NFTs at all. So there's nowhere you can get all of that in one place. Like nowhere. Like no, like I mean the people in NFTs, it still is a very small community. So like the shows I watch, like I watch Star Wars stuff. I watch some politics shows, not much of that really. Like anything I watch, none of them are talking about NFTs except when there's like a big headline about like the Bored Apes. That's it. They don't even talk about CryptoPunk sales. They talked about like the Bored Ape lawsuits and stuff like that. That's it. They talked about NFTs dead or NFTs come back in like, 10 seconds on it. So that's about it. Lemon, dude, good to see you, man. Nice surprise seeing you here. I'm just getting out of here too, but I'm glad you stopped by. But yeah, WX, just like that.
We are in uncharted waters. We've never had a former president face off against a current president, so that
Okay, interesting.
does give this impetus to Biden coming out swinging as hard as he is.
So does that apply to Huncho if it's like a live show? Because that's the idea. Yeah, I guess I see what you mean. So like a live show that's already like kind of marketed as an everything show, and other ones it's just NFTs. And I guess we'll got to feel out what I mean. Like, what's the balance of it? Like, if it's like 50% NFTs and 50 the other stuff, maybe that makes it okay. We'll have to play with it. It's good to hear, though.
Who feel politically homeless right now, Joe Biden was trying to reach them. I think he was trying to persuade them, trying to reintroduce himself at the end of that.
Nice. Okay. Well, we'll figure it out. We'll just figure it out live. It's like if we start talking non-NFT stuff and people are not feeling it, then we will shut up about non-NFT stuff. We can definitely talk NFTs all day, every day.
He and some other Republicans just walked out. I saw him in the halls here and asked him, why did you leave the speech? And are you concerned that it just creates more division? He told me, JM, that he thinks Biden...
I wish I knew what that meant. I'm sure it's something super complimentary, though.
And so he decided to leave.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. Again, I really appreciate you coming and hanging. It was super cool. Trying to think anything else, but nah. I'm always around, guys. Send DMs if you ever need to chat, got questions, anything. Like literally always around. But I'll see you guys in the morning with my video. Yeah, I'll see you guys, and thank you guys again. Appreciate you. See you.